Identifying.
The king of cakes. Chopper for the win.
Good day, mate. Welcome to Australia.
Hey!
What's up?
I'm Drew.
And I'm Colton.
And we
Are
really
random.
So we just happen to love cake.
Yep, and we happen to love Australians too.
Well, never been to Australia.
Me neither. My brother was there once. He said the toilet spin backwards.
That's weird, because I don't think I've ever had a toilet spin on me when I was taking it.
You're like,
That would be awesome, though.
Choppa, I dare you.
To make an Iron Man cake.
Hulk? No, it's a Hulk cake.
Oh, the Hulk. Yeah.
Make a Hulk cake,
Give me
or
some.
I'm gonna Hulk smash you in the face.
We don't.
No, I'm not. Violence isn't. No, it's something else.
We don't enjoy violence.
Thanks for that, guys. Please check out Really Random on YouTube. They are fantastic. So to make your Hulk cake, you're going to head over to the Facebook page, print off the Hulk template I've got in the template album. And when you're cutting out your Hulk head, you don't have to cut out all the hair around the top. I just rounded it off because I'll show you a technique to get around this, and it saves a lot of fidgety work. And a big shout out to my mum for helping me ice these cakes. She's the reason I started making cakes. She made them for us as when we were kids, as I've said before. So thanks, Mum, really appreciate it. And it was my mum's genius idea to put this layer of jelly in the middle of the cake. Now all we did is add half the quantity of water that the jelly crystal packet suggested, so it sets firmer like a lolly. And a little tip, I wouldn't cover it in the top layer with buttercream. I'd just put the cake straight on top so it's got something to adhere to. So we had a little bit of trouble trying to get it to stick, but if you just cover your cake in buttercream, sit the jelly on top, then place your cake, it'll have something to bond with. So there's a little tip for you. You can see my mum's awesome technique here. She just applies it all and then removes what's not needed. Fantastic. To get the Hulk's features, I just put the excess buttercream in a piping bag, piped in his eyebrows, his nose, his top lip, his cheekbones, and his bottom lip. And then you can see here, you just taper the edges down, and then once you lay your fondant over the top, it gives you the contours of his face. This adds that extra level to your cake to make it really stand out and give it that 3D effect and give the dimensions of his face, and it just takes the cake to a new level.
You know what, though? I don't think that skin is the right color. Is that the right color green for the Hulk?
Okay. Yeah, that's
What?
hilarious, because
What?
I'm colorblind. You asked me what color. Green. Good. Funny. Hilarious. Drew the funny guy. Gotta back at it again.
Well, someone's got to know who the funny guy is.
No, that's the color I'm after. You'll see up later in the video how I show you to bring it to the next level. Now, cutting out the mouth, you're going to place it in and just press down lightly to give you the right shape for it. Then you can roll it out, cut out the mouth from the template. This helps you get the dimensions right, and your Hulk's face will look a lot better if you follow the template. Do the same thing with the eyes, but when you do this, make sure you roll the fondant thick enough so it's able to be handled, but not too thick that it's going to stand up off the cake too far. Your hair you do want to keep quite thick because it's going to stand alone on the top. It's different techniques to get different results from these, because with the eyes and the mouth you're going to actually push them into the face, yet the hair is going to sit on top and create the illusion of a full head of hair. Once you got them cut out, I followed the picture and left the white part to look shiny, and then just coated the rest in the black liquid food dye. And then using a fine brush, go around and draw in the details of his eyes, and do the same with the teeth. Now, to give it this dirty comic book feel, I just used the same brush, but I dipped it in some water to dilute the food dye. And when you do that, it dilutes the color, so you can do the perfect shading and just add in that extra detail and depth. It's quite easy. If you're worried about the colors, just keep a bit of spare fondant on the side, and you can do tests on it. Just do test stripes until you're happy with it. Then it does go pretty far, so experiment a little until you're comfortable. I would strongly recommend you do that if you're unsure. But as you can see here, it lifts out the teeth, and I gave his eyes some green color. And here you can see when I put it into the face, I'm trying to get them to sit down in level and just lightly tapping them. And then you're going to start with the detail on his face, dipping the brush back in the black liquid food dye. This is edible. I do get asked questions all the time about this. It's just a food coloring that's painted onto the fondant. So you can eat it, it's safe, it's not paint. Yeah, and you can get it from your local grocery store. I kept the template close by so I could add in all these details to the face. It's just the lines under his chin, his cheekbones, some little wrinkles, and the outline of, you know, his facial features basically. You can add as many or as few of these as you like, and it just helps create that really comic booky, grungy feel that I think the Hulk needs. With his hair, I forgot to mention earlier, pop it in the freezer so it firms right up, and you want to make sure it's frozen solid, and then you can place it on. If you're worried about the fondant sweating, just sit it aside for a while and it'll go soft, but then it should firm up for you ready to place on. To give the Hulk that last 3D effect, use some green food dye to create some shadows on his face. I diluted it with a little bit of water and kept a little bit of black in it. You can get that from just swiping it off the hair. Now to finish off your cake, roll out some fondant, place a border around the bottom so you can't see where you've cut away the fondant, and voila, you have your Hulk cake. This is a quick and easy cake to do, and it looks really effective. The hardest part is piping on his features. So what do you think, guys?
God, Choppa, that looks so good.
It looks delicious.
Well, thanks for having us on your channel, Choppa. Appreciate it.
It was awesome.
And I can say my first visit to Australia was a success.
Mine was alright. I had to go with him, so couldn't have been that good.
Hey Choppa, you know what you should do? You should go put another shrimp on the Barbie!
Oh! I never
Good
got
night,
that.
mate.
Like, why would you buy a Barbie just to put shrimp on it? Oh, Choppa, could you name the kangaroo that you have after one of us? I think that would be awesome.
He has a kangaroo?
I think Australians.
Oh, and then name your koala bear after him, Drew.
Yeah. Because I'm cuter?
Yeah.
Or you have a pouch on your stomach. Yeah, that's why.
That's it.
I did this whole video without pants on. Because I'm in shorts.